Well, apparently Cruzati is trying to figure out what we're talking about. But before we get there, if you haven't done so already, go subscribe to our YouTube page, bFb Mavs, bFb DFW, and you can see this guy being painfully whacked, or you can see us this Sunday at about 3 o'clock for the Dallas Cowboys postgame show against the Carolina Panthers.
I'll be tired. I'm gonna come off work too.
Oh yeah, you'll be tired.
It's my early shift, so
We're okay if you don't show up.
oh, we need you.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay if you don't show up this Sunday. But however, though, EA, the Carolina Panthers will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys here at AT&T Stadium. And, I guess I'll step back here for a second here as we're going to let the hype beast take over here because I want to know from you, a guy who beats on his chest for the team like you are. You have your Jalen Smith jersey on.
Yeah.
What do the Cowboys need to do to secure the W this week?
Oh, I can tell you.
And I would just like to make this known. I'm having a very, very hard time picking the Dallas Cowboys this week to win this game.
Oh, because your polo didn't come in this week?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
I'll explain a
do
little
anything
bit.
with your polo. No, and please don't tell us that has anything to do with Jalen Smith as the game plan.
Well, Jalen's always part of the game plan. Here's the deal. What do the Cowboys need to do is the question that you posed to me to win the game, correct?
Right.
Show up. The same thing I said last week. The disposition. We just came off of a big win. Now, previous years, as you've mentioned, and I've heard other people mention as well on Twitter, we have come off of a huge win. National TV, everyone's seen it. We have the tendency to come out, we're beating on our chest a little bit, come out flat. Cannot happen. Those
Especially
guys,
noon games.
right.
Yeah, it's coming,
for whatever
BMO.
reason.
It's coming, BMO. They just it'll be here Tuesday.
I see it. We have to come out and play with a disposition that says, hey, we haven't done shit. This Carolina Panthers team is not bad. I don't want people to get the idea that they're bad.
That's what the talk is in the barbershop.
They need to stop.
We just gonna run over them and they got nothing. I'm like, don't do this.
No, because what you don't want is a what's the line they say? I might be saying it wrong, but an animal is pinned against the wall.
A cornered animal.
There you go. They don't have McCaffrey. A lot of people don't think much of Sam Darnold. I don't really think much of Sam Darnold, but the Cowboys have got to come out and they got to take this game serious and play. Continue to run the ball, okay, or attempt to run the football. Continue to attack vertically down the field. We see what that does for you. And take advantage of your matchups. J.C. Horn, I was really looking forward to that matchup between him and C.D. Lamb or Amari Cooper. I hate that J.C. Horn got hurt, but he's not there.
Yeah, neither's Run CMC.
Right, so you got to take advantage of your opportunities. If the Cowboys come out and they take this game serious, everybody's all connected on one string and they play well together, man, I think they should handle the Panthers, and I think they should take care of them by at least 10.
Okay, here's the thing. I want people to know this. This will not be decided. Sam Darnold's not going to be a factor in this game. That's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. They don't have Christian McCaffrey.
You have a problem with Sam Darnold?
He's an all right person. I mean, technically, he is sixth highest quarterback rating in the league this year.
And he does have a dub on the Cowboys when he was a Jet.
Yes, he did. He saw ghosts, and now he beat them. He played Ghostbusters. And
made Amari Cooper say my foot hurts.
Here's the thing, though. Sam Darnold doesn't have his best weapon, which is Christian McCaffrey. His receivers, he's got two good receivers, including Moore. But Trayvon Diggs in this secondary can really handle it, I believe. I'm not too worried about them. They don't have anybody that can pretty much stretch the field on you, that can, create those mismatches. Even Anthony Brown, as much as I don't like it, I think he might be able to handle what they got coming for them.
Who are the Panthers receivers?
Moore, and then there's the other guy. He's he's on the Jaguars, and he just got carted off, by the way. Okay. But he's like a 1,000-yard receiver. He came with Darnold. He and Darnold have a good connection. But here's the biggest thing: they just traded away their top tight end to the Jaguars to get C.J. Henderson and to replace J.C. Horn. So now they don't really have their top tight ends. They got two really below-average tight ends. The only group that now that's playing their starters is really their receivers, and that's about it. So again, and their offensive line has Cameron Ervin as a starter. You guys remember Cam Ervin?
Cam Ervin.
They're enough said. So again, I'm not worried about that, but I'm a little worried about the other side of the ball when our Dallas Cowboys. Now, of course, our Cowboys are great. Dak Prescott is leading, and completion percentage is one of the best in the league, especially on first down. He's killing it. But the problem is,
as you get your phone,
I did notes for the first time actually.
Really, you didn't, because I don't see any pad.
No. I'm digital.
Oh,
You know.
So what happens if your phone dies? Then we don't get your notes?
No, I guess not. All right. So here's this defense they're going against. This defense leads the NFL with sacks at 14 and quarterback kicks at 27. 27. They lead the league in both those stats. They also have not allowed a rusher to gain 25 yards this season at all.
That's happening in the first quarter. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay, but so timeout. Let's stop acting a little like hubris here. What?
I was curious. Did you find that yourself, or did your buddies at 13 send the
I
ticket?
got to review where I got my information.
Oh, okay. I was curious.
I'm not gonna review it.
I just want to know if I should put some stock into your notes.
This
or
is
should I
these
are they? What do you like to call them? Empty calories?
But these are just real stats. Those are real stats that are coming up.
I was just considering
they got an incredible defensive line, including the two guys, including that rookie Burns, and of course Hackins off the edge. These two guys are their best 1-2 punch in the league right now at defensive end, and they really generate a great pass rush. And then they have really good guys up front, and of course you already know that Biotish is struggling. You already know that Connor Williams struggles a little bit. So with that kind of pressure, Dak Prescott is going to have to they have to change their game plan up. Okay. They got to go with a very quick release. Okay. I'm talking about get the ball out quick, Dak, because you're not going to have much time. Okay. That means slants to Amari Cooper is going to be a big part of this. And they're going to have to start the slant game, also quick routes. And, of course, the running game, they're going to have to try. They could try to establish it, but again, like I just read it, they've only allowed up to 25 yards to each rusher. They're one of the best rush defenses in the league. Okay. This is going to be a tough challenge, people. I don't want people to think that this is going to be a walk in the park.
A lot of people are just like, this is going to be a walk in the park.
I don't know why. I don't know why people are coming in because I know why. It's because the Panthers are 3-0, but they looked at their three opponents. Yeah. Now, mindful, they were some weak opponents. You had the terrible Jets. You had the Saints, who at the time had half their team missing because of COVID, half their coaching staff was gone, and of course the Houston Texans, who are
Houston Texans got a dub week 1.
Well, they're still a garbage fire of a
What's
team.
their record?
1-2.
1-2. They're a garbage fire. So again, but that doesn't necessitate the fact that their defense is still special. Sure. They have a very talented defense, and now they got C.J. Henderson back there, who. I know a lot of people are low on him from Jacksonville, that he hasn't done what he was supposed to do. He was a high pick in the draft. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe a new environment around him, a new everything around the Panthers could change things up. Yeah. So right now I want people to say this. This is going to be a struggle for Dak Prescott. This is going to be a struggle for this offense going forward. This is a tough defense. But if they can just get out of Dak's hands, make quick passes, and score in the red zone, they can successfully score in the red zone, they should be able to win this game. Again, I'm not too worried about the other side of the ball. I do believe Sam Darnold is going to struggle against this Cowboys defense.
So you think the Cowboys offense will potentially be the thing that could hold up this team from getting a W this year?
It will be, because you're all, and the biggest thing is not Dak or any of the receivers. So I'm fine with them. It's your offensive line. Yeah. The offensive line to me has struggled immensely, especially in the last game against the Eagles. They gave up the most sacks that so far in the season in that game. Dak got hit a lot. Now a lot of it, Dak, you like to blame Dak, saying he holds the ball a little too long, which is true. He does. But the offensive line is not doing him any favors.
You're right.
Terrence Steele, he did a marvelous job holding up. But what's he going to do against these, really talented pass rushers? Is he going to be able to hold up? Is Tyler Biotish and Connor Williams going to be able to sustain, the front of the pocket? Because again, we all talk about the blind side and coming off the edge, but a lot of quarterbacks will tell you up the middle.
Yeah,
that's a lot of the generated pass rush, and they did that a lot. Yeah. Fletcher Cox was feasting on Monday Night Football, just coming through the middle. And now, of course, the Cowboys were able to overcome that because they were playing a very bad Eagles team. Yeah. This is a talented Carolina defense that will make you pay. So, again, be mindful. So, you go tell all your friends out there, Walt, that think that this is going to be a walk in the park. No, this is going to be a walk in Jurassic Park, okay? They're going to be T-Rexes everywhere, but there are going to be a lot of Panthers everywhere coming after you. Be warnful. And, of course, I just want to say this. Noon games, the Cowboys are notorious for coming out slow. I'm talking about, I remember one time, Dez's rookie year, 2010, I remember, Chicago, I woke up late, right? It's like 1 o'clock, Cowboys should be winning. They were down like 10. I'm like, what the fuck?
They got to pull it together.
And the crowd's dead. The crowd is dead always.
Let me say something real quick. I do think you're 100% right about what you're saying about the Panthers' defense. What's also going to have to take place, the Cowboys' coaching staff is going to have to help out. They're going to have to help out. That's a good coaching staff over there in Carolina. They got a good group. McCarthy, Bones Fossil, whoever our defensive line coach, the guy that has the accent or whatever, I like that guy a lot.
Cheerio.
Yeah, that guy. But the coaching staff, man, they're going to have to put these guys in position, especially on that offensive line. Get Tyler Biotish some help. You have to. You cannot let those guys over-penetrate in the middle. We'll be in for a long, long night. Attack, quick passing, screen game.
Yeah.
Find a way to get the screen game going. I think, based on what the Cowboys have already established with Zeke and Tony Pollard with their running attack, the Panthers will be kind of geared up to stop that. You might be able to attack one-on-one on the outside a lot early, but you've got to attack in many different ways.
You want a big play?
You need a couple of big plays in this game.
You might, but again, I would say this, more than a big play, I think that getting the ball out quicker and just to negate their pass rush, you need to slow them down. And then if you do that, I think you also help and then, of course, stay with the run game. This is the game where I would say stay with the run game because it will help negate the pass rush.
You want to run the ball this week?
I think that's your best way. Then again, though, they are one of the best rush defenses, so I wouldn't be surprised if so early on in the game you saw Zeke and Tony get shut down early. I'm just saying this is a very stout defense. This might be a tougher defensive line than you face with the Bucs.
Yeah, and you know what? Something else.
I don't think you're stopping both Zeke and Tony Pollard. You might stop one.
The Bucs did in Week 1.
I mean, well, I'll
they
tell
didn't
you
even
this.
run the ball.
Yeah, because they knew they were going to be stopped.
No, you said it's because Zach Martin wasn't there.
Well,
that too.
Be that as it is, I'll tell you this much: two guys that should get off for the Cowboys offensively, even outside the receivers, those tight ends.
Oh yeah,
for Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin both to have big games.
Adrian Williams says, "I need the Cowboys. I need a Cowboys victory, but need Hubbard to have a decent game for fantasy purposes."
See, this is where we mess up, guys. Everybody wants, you want to blow them out, but you want them to get their numbers.
That's why I don't do fantasy, and I don't do fantasy football.
I do it. I haven't lost a game yet.
No,
well, you're gonna lose one this week.
No, I got it.
Why don't you tell everybody who's your quarterback?
Well, I have Matt Stafford as my starting quarterback.
Who's your backup quarterback?
Backup quarterback is Mr. Prescott.
QB1?
Yeah, QB1. Yeah, he's giving me some good numbers.
Well, apparently on his team he's QB2.
Yeah. In this case, yeah.
He's QB2, but you know.
But they both rack up good numbers for me.
Does the Dallas Cowboys QB1 ever see playing time on your?
Oh yeah, every week. Every week he's starting. Yeah.
He has a
because we got that double
quarterback thing, which is weird. That's cheating.
Yeah, it is kind of cheating, but yeah, that's how we play.
I mean, it's kind of fair. I mean,
no, I think fantasy football is just ridiculous. But anyway,
I run Dak and Stafford. I've been winning a lot lately.
I got out on top. I won my last two ones before I quit. But I did. So I was like, after this, I was like, because you know what, man? People who play fantasy football are ridiculous, bro. Like,
it is.
Like, you'll be sitting there and they'll just be like, oh, I got to get this guy. I got to watch the game, my fantasy points. And you'll just be out somewhere and you people, oh, I need that guy to play. He's on my fantasy team. Like, I'm out somewhere eating and people talking about fantasy. And I'm like,
it's huge, man. It's huge.
No, I understand it's huge. And that's why I love the show The League, because it makes fun of it. But regardless, though, I like FanDuel and DraftKings and all that. Those were fun. I mean, at least you make some money off it. I like daily fantasy more than actual season-long fantasy, because it gets boring after, because once you're out of it, and there's no point. But anyway,
I'm having a problem choosing the Cowboys in this game because the Cowboys, Billy doesn't like it, but the Cowboys, they do the Cowboys things after certain games. The Cowboys, when they come out and give you 30 plus or 40 plus points in one game, the next game they come back and give you 7 and 14.
He's on his Stephen A. stuff.
Just like that has nothing to do. I'm just saying, if you look at it, they did it week 1. They put up 30 plus
you
points.
I would have given I would have been fine with you not picking the Cowboys or struggling to pick the Cowboys if you gave us a real reason, but that's not a real reason.
Well, I'm not finished speaking.
Carry on.
Okay, sorry. Carry on.
I'm saying the Dallas Cowboys, they have this problem of when they score big points in one game, they come back and they're stagnant the next game. They come only like 7 to 14 points, and then also they're coming off a Monday night game, playing a 12 o'clock game, which is going to be very hard on them. And Carolina played last Thursday and has had all week to get over whatever it is they got over to be ready for this game. And like you said, it's a 12 o'clock game, but the Cowboys aren't too good at 12 o'clock games.
No, and you know what? He has a little bit of a point there on the time and the schedule-wise. We are in a short week. And but then again, everybody has to deal with it, and it's an unfair advantage.
Don't get me wrong. That's why I said I feel like if you play Monday night, if you play a Monday night game, like you should get like the Sunday night game the next week or something like that.
Right,
You should
but-
get like a late game. You should not get 12.
But-
you should not get the 12 o'clock game the next week.
or at least a 3 o'clock game. But
you need a late game.
yeah, but my thing is the reason why it's not because of the anything with the time. And my thing is that you're going against a very stout Carolina defense that people are overlooking because of who they played, and everyone's paying attention too much to Sam Darnold and saying, "Oh, he's the reason why." I'm like, okay, all Sam Darnold has to do is let his defense do the work, and then make 1 or 2 plays. All he has to do is make 1 or 2 plays, and they can win this game.
I was just about to bring up something Adrian was about. It just said. I was just about to say the only good thing about this week is that they didn't have to travel. That they're at home.
No,
That's
is
the only good thing.
Well, I don't necessarily buy into the whole. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't buy into the whole short week thing because is it really a short week? You played on Monday.
It is a short week.
You play a short week
You
to
play
me.
on Monday.
You played
practice.
a Monday. We're on a short week. You're 1 day. Well, you're one, and one day is a huge difference.
So what do we call? So what do we call playing on Sunday and then playing on Thanksgiving?
That's
a
a
short.
short
a short week too.
That's a short week
Okay,
too.
so I don't consider it Monday to
Well, I
Sunday.
mean,
You still get plenty of time.
No,
to
it's a
prepare.
short week because you're playing Monday night. So think about it this way, Billy. You don't get done. We started the post game show about 10 o'clock. Right.
Right.
So the players didn't get home until say roughly they didn't get home. At least the ones
Probably
that
1
went
or 2
home.
in the morning.
Yeah, the ones that did go home.
They're responsible people. I think they were at home by
No.
end of the day,
You know,
by
I'm
By
sure
midnight,
I'm
they were
sure a
in
lot of them went out.
No,
I'm
they
sure
went.
they went out. They went to your lounge.
They came to the city.
Yeah,
right
there
here.
wasn't nothing going on.
No, it takes on.
That yard bird.
And so, and then that's one reason why McCarthy gave them the next day off.
Sure.
Tuesday was off. They had come in Wednesday. Wednesday, was a walkthrough because they're on a short week. Now they're back on. The only difference is they're not on a messed up schedule where if they play Thursday, then their practice schedule gets messed up. That's the only difference. So their practice schedule.
I just
is the
tend
same.
to think they're all professionals, man. They know how to get through this shit.
Well,
This
they
isn't
are.
like-
Everybody
They are,
does.
but that's why they were complaining initially. Like, don't put in a Thursday night game because that's too.
No. What is unfair is playing a Thursday night game. The Carolina Panthers got to play a Thursday night game,
don't have to
and
play
then
it.
don't have
They'll
to
play
play.
again the next Sunday. That's what but they were saying. Don't put in this Thursday night game when they were when they were having a discussion about putting Thursday night game in.
Regardless, though, I think the biggest question is whether or not the Cowboys can and I still think they can. I still think that the Cowboys' offense, first of all, their efficiency numbers is one of the best in the league right now. In fact, there's a stat out there that put them as one of the fastest and most efficient offenses in the league. That's crazy. They score at a very fast pace. That to me is incredible. We haven't seen that in a while. Under the Garrett years, we were probably one of the slowest, probably. So those are some good things. We'll see what happens, but I'm confident that the Cowboys can hold it. But here's the bigger concern. You know why they need to win this game? Is why it's a must-win. You don't want to go 2-2 with Carolina. You don't want to go 2-2 because if you go 2-2, you start to lose. It pretty much pops a bubble. The balloon off all the greatness that you did before, and then you go down your schedule, and then you're just kind of trying to all right, everybody in the division is like another step closer. This is an important game to establish. Hey, the Cowboys, if you want to be a contender this year, you got to win this game to prove to people. They're waiting for this game, so everybody's going to be all eyes on this noon game.
I mean, because after that you got the Giants,
and the Giants, and then the Patriots.
Then you go up to you're going up to is that Foxborough?
Yes, sir.
To see Mac 10 and Belichick.
Oh, you already got a nickname for him.
Yeah, Mac 10. He wears number 10.
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac 10. Makes sense.
You know, Ice Cube and those guys. They're so disappointed with what you're doing right now. That is so terrible.
Hashtag front running.
I think I agree with everything you guys are saying there. It's a big game for the Cowboys. I think that rhythm is a key.
Yes.
I think the Panthers, I mean, it's not saying that it will work against them, but sometimes when you've been out of practice or not playing for so long, sometimes you can come out slow. Maybe the Cowboys take advantage of that. But either way, it'll be a good game. I expect the Cowboys to win the game. I do. They're just going to have to come and make sure they have their work hats on and be ready to play.
All right, well, what else you got?
Well,